What's the matter, Sydney? You look like you've seen a ghost.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Father Death. Today I got, did Stu kill Dewey? My opinion, no. It was indeed Amber that killed Dewey, and here's my evidence for it. The biggest argument for the fact that Stu killed Dewey is the height difference of the ghost face that we see. This ghost face is either like as tall as Dewey or even a little taller. I don't think stunt doubles can be looked at as clues because, again, like, they're stunt doubles. I've seen a bunch of photos, like offset photos of like Jack Quaid with stunt doubles that like their height is a little mixed, and Jack Quaid is pretty similar to David Arquette's height. So I don't think stunt doubles can be looked at as evidence. I know it's gonna crush some people's bubbles. I'm sorry. I don't think stunt doubles can be looked at as concrete, like, proof. The next piece of evidence that people say it was Stu is because of the way that Dewey is actually killed. He is gutted exactly the way Stu describes it in the water fountain scene in the original Scream. He says, you cut him from the groin to sternum, and then, like, if you cut to the, like, of the killing of Dewey, it's the same motion, same pattern. So he's gutted in the same way that Stu describes it. And the fact that he's gutted at all makes people think, like, why would Amber take the time to do that? Well, I think Amber would take the time to do that because this is a legacy character. You know, she's obsessed with these movies. So she would want to make his death a little more special. And the next piece, obviously, is the dialogue when Ghostface says, "Yes, today." Because earlier Dewey was like, "Not today," when he's about to get stabbed. A lot of people are jumping on that saying, oh, that's clear that this is someone that knows Dewey. Like, it's been around longer. Because he says, yes, today, signifying there was previous entanglement. But I don't think that's the truth. And I know it hurts for me to even say that because I'm on the Stu train. But I don't think it's Stu. With the dialogue saying yes today, that was just Amber being, spiteful. And as you can see, Amber throughout the movie is very aggressive and very mouthy, like, especially to Sam, like, during the phone calls. She calls Sam B-word. She calls Sam a bunch of things. Like, she's a very arrogant and aggressive killer. And the "it's an honor" line is also used to support that Stu is the ghost face we see. But if anything, I think that supports that it's Amber. Because she's literally saying, like, it's an honor for me. I wasn't even born when this first Scream came out. Like, in their universe, Stab. I wasn't even born, like, when you became this famous icon, and I get to kill you. I get to deliver the final blow. I get to take out a legacy character. So I think that it's an honor line, if anything, that supports that Amber is indeed the one. Because when someone says it's an honor, it's signifying that, like, you are respecting this person. So in this case, she's respecting Dewey for being a legacy character. And she's like, wow, I'm nothing, and you're something, and I'm killing something while being nothing, which then makes me something. Now, my evidence to argue that this is indeed Amber, so no more Stu evidence, the biggest piece that I have that this is Amber are the mannerisms and the way the killer moves. Like, that is something you can look at because the stunt doubles are directed like yo, like, do this, do that, move this way, act this way. Like, you look at the original Scream with the way each of the killers held their knives. Stu clasped both handles, raised it above his head, while Billy was the one-handed stabby, and Stu was more slicey. Shout out Zach Cherry. When I first watched it, I noticed this. The way Amber darts her head to the side and then reaches down to the phone and then picks it up to then start talking to Sam. That is very similar in the way she picks up the gun in the final act, Act 3, after they reveal themselves to Sydney and Sam. Like, the way she leans over and kind of, like, shakily grabs it, those two looked very similar. And my biggest evidence that this is indeed Amber is the fact that she couldn't overpower Dewey. If it was Stu, then I think it would be a little more easy. But, like, Amber had difficulty. Like, Dewey literally backed her up again against the wall and then, like, smashed her into it. Like, she couldn't, like, stab. And that pattern of like her holding the knife up and just getting pushed against the wall is very similar to the third act when she pops out of the closet to try to surprise Sydney, but then Sydney backs her against the wall. And again, looking at the stunt doubles here, that stunt double with Sydney is clearly taller than her, but it's obviously Amber. Like, it is Amber, and Amber is shorter than Sydney, so there's more evidence that we can't count stunt double height as concrete proof. And then a small piece of evidence is, as you can see, Amber has to, like, kind of not go on her tippy toes, because the person is clearly Dewey's height, but, like, to get power, to, like, get to actually gut Dewey, she has to, like, arch her foot like that, and kind of, like, just to give her that little extra edge, a little extra power. And my final evidence is just the overall attack style that she has is consistent throughout the movie, with the exception of Vince, which I'm going to make a video about in the future. But just, she's aggressive, she's hyper, she's, stabby, and you can see that with Dewey's attack, and the same thing with Tara's attack, and Judy's kill. So yeah, overall, I believe it was Amber that killed Dewey. I know I'm going to get some hate for that, but also a lot of people that aren't on the Stu train are going to be happy. But again, I'm on the Stu train. Stu's coming back. I just don't think that this was Stu. And, the hashtag is starting, hashtag Amber Lies. People want it to be true, and rightfully so. I understand why people would like this to be Stu. Thank you for watching, and comment what you guys think on this. Do you guys think it was Stu that killed Dewey, or do you think it was Amber?